Cloud. And as I talk through this, I'm going to also get with Zoom, which is really fun. We will do usually do, there's like an AI, where is that now?
Companion.
The summary, it used to be there. Huh. Okay, well, that's all right. If someone can find it, whoever's a co-host can find that AI summary um, on there. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thank you for being here, attending our Puget Sound PMI annual business meeting. It's our ABM. We have this annually, and we'll be joined by several different board members and leaders from the chapter to help present today. And I'm your chapter president, Wendy Evans Hardy. Today is Wednesday, 21st, 2025 at 6:30-ish, 6:36 p.m. And we'll start to begin right now. Okay. So just to give you our agenda, we'll go through our disclaimers and virtual meeting etiquette. We'll go through some chapter announcements, our leadership transitions, what's coming up, financial report, yearly retrospective, and our future planning. And then we'll have time to do a group discussion, closing remarks, and Q&A. And then we'll have our meeting close. This is a 60-minute, 1 hour session. And if we have any time that you want to spend after that, we can do that for networking. All right, so with our disclaimer, all you can pretty much read through here, but also just to kind of let you know we are doing a recording session. If you don't want to have any of your recording or photo capturing, just kindly you can also not have your camera on. We do want you to feel open to have your camera on or off, but just also keep in mind to keep your audio muted. And if you do want to speak up, please find a natural opening or call our attention. You can use the raise your hand feature for us, and then we can pause and then have you speak. We do encourage emojis, so if you have any reaction to anything, you can feel free to use emojis in your thoughts. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down on the chat box or direct message myself or any of our board members. You'll get to meet our board members that are here online tonight. And with that, I'll go ahead to the next slides. So we do have chapter announcements, and with that, you had an opportunity to do our voting, and we do want to acknowledge all our participants and candidates. We had a voting on our president, and with the VP of marketing, we had the candidate of Neha, Oma, and Trisha. And for the candidacy of the VP of membership, we had Jeff, Rashana, Rashab, and Rochelle. And our closing was yesterday, and we do have our results. So I do want to let you know what our results are from our election committee chair, which was Eva Kapitani this year. Normally, our chair is run by our past president, and our past president is out of the country right now. But Eva kindly stepped up. She is our VP of Finance, and she helped coordinate this. And it was really great that her and her volunteers did that. So I thank Eva for doing this for our chapter. So let me get to our announcements. So the first one, we'll talk about our VP of Marketing. So our VP of Marketing and the results are of our new VP of Marketing is Oma Akapari. Excuse me for not saying the last name, but I always remember her as Oma. And I just want to congratulate Oma for being with the results of coming in as our new VP of Marketing. And she has been working and volunteering with our marketing for a few months now, and has been doing a great job, and she'll carry on the role as the VP of Marketing and leading that team. All right, so our next role that we will reveal is our VP of Membership. So let me go ahead and reveal that. And so our new VP of Membership is Roshana Thorsten. So I want to congratulate Roshana. You are now going to be coming into the board as the VP of Membership. And Roshana has been part of the membership for quite a while, and she's done a great job in getting a lot of those initiatives and the meetups that she does with us. And then lastly, we do have Ryan Zing as our new president coming up for the next season. And these new board members, they do come on, they'll take transition during July 1st of 2025. And it's a 2-year cycle. And so just want to let you know how that is. And then we usually, what we have is we have like a odd and even election. So it so happened that our presidency, the marketing and membership and operations was one of them. Unfortunately, with operations, no one didn't apply for operations. So our VP of operations presently, Kate, will go ahead and resume that board seat. And next year, what we'll have is finance, community outreach, volunteer engagement, and professional development. So that is our board. I want to thank everyone that had participated, all our candidates and all our leaders that had stepped up. You're wonderful. You've been part of our chapter and volunteering. I want to extend that we do have roles for you, so don't go away. You know, we're a thriving chapter, and we definitely will need your hand in this community. So please stay with us, and we will work on the upcoming future of Puget Sound PMI, and you'll get to learn more of these new initiatives. I want to acknowledge with all these transitions that we do have our current board of directors right now. We have Kate Hall-Pease, our operations, Sherry Rosner, our volunteer engagement, Ryan, who was membership but now transferring over to the chapter presidency. We have Agnes Luhodu, community outreach, Eva Capitani is our VP of Finance, and myself, the chapter president, will transition into a past president seat. All right, so now I'm going to go into what's going on, what's coming up. Okay. We do have a lot going on, and just as our staple, we have a lot of our weekly PSPMI, CAPM, and PMP study group, which is virtual. They meet every Tuesday from 6 to 7. Our next one's going to be May 27th, and all the weeks of June. And as you can see, we get testimonials. We had Katie, who just passed her PMP, so congrats to Katie and congrats to the team. Ibrahim and Priya, they are your facilitators in making the PMP study group thriving. So I want to say this is really great. So next, we do have our Toastmasters Club that's within the Puget Sound PMI chapter. Toastmasters meets every Thursday from 5 to 6, and the next one is May 22nd, 29th, and all weeks of June. And again, we are pretty good at getting together and having a structured Toastmasters session. It's really neat. If you haven't been to one, please come by and sit with us. It's virtual, and you get to learn. You might be even do like a little impromptu, or even like learn how to be part of the roles that are in Toastmasters. Our next new member onboarding is going to be in June 19th, and this happens every month, and this is great. We I always like seeing that timing 6:10 to 7 because it happens right after our Toastmasters meeting. So we kind of give like a 10-minute break in between because we use the same Zoom account. So just kind of give you a heads up why it's 6:10. All right, in our next PMO roundtable, they have always been consistent each month having a roundtable, and the next one will be June on the PMO body of knowledge. So that's going to be on June 23rd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And this is some fun stuff that we're having. We're having some more engaging in-person meetups. We have one in May 28th, Frolic Kitchen Cocktails. It'll be from 5 to 8. If you're around in the downtown, come on by. We have Jeff, who is doing the coordinating of it, and we have other volunteers helping. It'll be a neat time to see you in person. And as the ongoing, what Jeff tells me, this will be a monthly third Thursday event. And this is an in-person event to do networking. And this one is going to be at the Polar Bar on June 19th from 5 to 8. Next, we have our big event for this summer. We will do an in-person project management AI, the future is now event. This is going to be at the Museum of Pop Culture from 10 to 2. We're bringing back Oliver Yarbrough. He spoke with us 3 years ago at the Museum of Flight. It was right before the big bang of ChatGPT, and it was like right that summer, and then I think during the winter time is when ChatGPT started getting more out in the news. But it's just really interesting. He's a LinkedIn instructor, and he does a lot of he has a podcast, so it'd be really great to have him. We are going to have a podcast of our own, so we have two of our volunteer members who will be facilitating a podcast, and we'll have like a panel, kind of like talk about AI, and so it'll be a great time. We have a whole itinerary. We're planning. We have a big project planning team. So Eric Wang is our lead PM. So he's doing a great job, along with all the volunteers that are helping with this. So this will be a great time. Please register. If you are, we do have some coupon codes for ones, if you're out of a job, or you're a student, or you're a military veteran. We do have a coupon code for that. But we feel like, the pricing is pretty fair. You'll get to see it on, on the registration page. So it'll be a good time. So please register all before June 7th is when we have to get the counts down. And we do have some upcoming events planning. They're formulating. This one will be a in-person, a PSPMI cafe chat in person, and DJ who will be facilitating this. She has an agenda, and she's going to be picking a place somewhere in the downtown Seattle area, and we'll have that as a like an ongoing, maybe like a bi-monthly or a monthly thing too. So this is all great happening for us to have opportunities to meet in person. Okay, so now all the fun stuff, and now we get to talk about financials. So we'll get to that. All right, so financials, they're looking good. I mean, you've seen this before, and again, we have this all coming from our financials, end of the year um, amounts. And we, as a board, our current board, we talked about this. We talked about how we know that during the COVID time, we didn't go out as much and we didn't spend as much. And, having such a large amount, that we really, now that we're out of that, we want to give back. We want to make sure we're giving back to the members their value and the benefits. So our commitment to you is that we're starting to do more in person. As you can see, we'll have more opportunities for workshops and the boot camps and such, but more opportunities to get in touch with our community as project management. So you will be seeing next year at the ABM, our dollars will probably go down, but we are, our commitment is that we are spending more, so that way we can give you more value. And that's why we're had spoken with our volunteers too. We have different volunteers that have ideas of what they want to do. They have ideas of what workshops they want to do, or um, workshops, bringing in speakers, and gaining PDUs, or what we can do with networking, because that's important. What we can do with getting recruiters to come see us, So those are a lot of things that we're thinking, that we want to bring more of that, more opportunity, and that does take money. So you'll see that we'll have more events for us to go to. Okay, so that was our financials. We can always go back to that. I'm going to go to now retrospective and future plans. All right, so just to Eva wasn't able to come tonight, but I'll be talking on the finance portfolio. Just to let you know, there are 7 portfolios. So finance is one. And so the financial portfolio, what they do is they coordinate the risk management, and they look at our financial health and strategic financial planning of the chapter. They maintain the budgets. They help coordinate and facilitate the budgets with the board. They propose financial alternatives, and they're the connector with our, keeping us in our compliance of tax compliance. They manage also our bookkeeper and any other vendors that we work with on the financial side. And they provide our monthly financial summaries and looking at the overview of the financial. So that is what finance does. And here I'm going to pass this on now to our VP of Operations.
So operations saw a lot of changes this year. We integrated our technology portfolio into operations. So what does operations do? We oversee the board meetings, agendas, and minutes. We are the administrative support. We are part of the executive leadership, and we help with the annual reports. For bylaws and governance, we revise and update the governance. We revise and update the bylaws. We raise awareness of the code of conduct and the policy and procedures within the board of directors, which are the portfolios that Wendy were talking about. We create and maintain asset inventory management and an up-to-date list. We receive all the incoming mail and shipping retrieval. We store the physical assets and maintenance. And then that technology is when we maintain technology stack, security, operations, and policies, and the system administrators for the PMI software. Handing it back to you, Wendy.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate. Okay, so next is our portfolio of membership. And then I will hand that over to Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Wendy. For membership, we focus on three things, basically, member experience and member engagement the most. And for member experience, we continue the monthly new member onboarding session, and this is happening monthly, getting new members, and obviously we're open to all members or even non-members as well. And it's have an open platform to have a conversation, understand our member needs, and also we have a monthly member and networking event. Just get us, we have not started yet. We'll start this month, and thank you, Jeff, for hosting and organizing that. And with the member engagement, at the moment that we engage more on the student side and establish the student club with Northeastern University, this will be one of the strategic initiative. And moving forward, then engage more students. And meanwhile, with professional members, and we're starting to building relationship with the local organizations. One of the initiatives will start first with the top 3 membership base, which would be Amazon, Microsoft, and Boeing. Then we start to roll out to other local great organization as well. Associate member values and analyze the member profile for additional insight that will provide additional details for where our in-person events will be, the venues, and where the interest would be. And also we shared the member survey to gain additional feedback from all our member as well. But obviously, at all the in-person events, please feel free to join us, and that will have additional insights on what really we want to do. And primarily at this moment, and more in-person events, and when Wendy mentioned, we'll continue to have more and more in-person events for the next couple of years. All right, thank you. That's all for me from membership perspective, and Wendy, I'll get back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. All right. So for marketing, I'll go ahead and speak to that. So marketing, we had a last year we had we combined marketing and communications together, so it's Marcom. So it fits very well Marketing and communications, they work very well together. And they do the newsletters. We do strategic communications, strategic marketing campaigns. Also, I've been on their calls where they are, doing design work, and they work on Canva, and they're also, very hands-on in identifying like what type of swag that we can have, and anything to do with, ordering for our chapter needs. So they do strategic event promotion, social media management, LinkedIn. They do the volunteer spotlights on LinkedIn, and work with our website enhancements and refinements, and following the event creations as well. So that is our marketing team, and it's really a thriving team of creatives and people that are, wanting to get communications out as well. So it's very good. And so our next portfolio is a new portfolio that hasn't been a year that it's been set up yet. So with volunteer engagement, this has been a new portfolio. It was branched off from operations with a focus on volunteers. And the volunteers would be recruitment, retention, recognition, and leadership development. And the strategies focusing on building a sustainable volunteer experience, which our VP of volunteer engagement has. She's gotten a great team of volunteers working with her with different streams of work channels that they do. And as you can see, it's all about recruiting, retention, recognition, and then continuous improvement and leadership development. So they are working through workflows because they are a new portfolio, and I'm very happy and pleased by what they do, and they're coming with their SOPs and working with the board and leaders on getting those SOPs across volunteer engagement areas. And it's guided by lean principles and feedback from our volunteer community. So I want to thank the volunteer engagement team for doing such a great job for being a new portfolio. All right, and then also we do have another new portfolio that hasn't been a year, community outreach. But we saw the need for that. We had membership and community for a long while together, but last year we did split that apart, and I'm glad we did, because we can see that there's been some great teamwork on it, and focuses, and our community outreach VP has been doing a great job in reaching out to the youth and social impact, working with our mentorship program, and the DECA partnership has been really great. Some really great feedback and benefits in that community outreach. We also have military outreach, where she's recruiting for that, but that's a big emphasis with our membership as well, and we have that focus. And with the community outreach, there is going to be a women in leadership community focus, and that should be coming up in 2025. I know that it's a big initiative for community outreach that will be coming up with some kind of workshop or some kind of community event with that. And partnership is definitely a big thing for community outreach and maintaining that. She has a group of volunteers keeping those relationships together. We definitely have our relationship with PNODN, Interface Seattle, and O2O program in the DECA. And of course, PMO Roundtable is a great community partnership as well. So this is a great thriving portfolio, and very happy that they're doing a wonderful job. Okay, and so for professional development, we have our portfolio, which supports our members to achieve their professional goals. And this is still a thriving, big portfolio. And the programs within the professional development have been thriving without a VP of professional development who had to just step away for family purposes. But I've been helping with the interim until we do recruit someone in that. And again, our board of directors will do a recruitment, and most likely with looking within, we have volunteers that are looking at stepping up. So that's what we want to do. And so with that, to tell you what's going on professional development, we have the Toastmasters that's thriving. We've had some virtual events that had happened, the AI Advantage, some Beyond Chat GPT talks, and the leadership mindfulness 4 skills to turn stress into superpowers from Dat Tran. And we are focusing, we have some workshops, some in-person workshops, where we had the story fruition on storytelling, your communications, and data storytelling was really great. We are working on an executive track with it'll be a new program, and we'll talk more about that. And then we have like the cafe chat, and we'll be creating these leadership workshops still. And for the year, we need to make sure we have our professional development days. And that's pending like in October or November, kind of like the same time frame that we had from last year. And within professional development and programming, we'll have the end of the year holiday party networking, which is part of the volunteer appreciation. So that will be a partnership with volunteer engagement. And then we have our study group and CAPM certifications. So that's important for us as a chapter. We maintain a partnership with the ATP, who's authorized to train us. And then we have our boot camps that I believe will be sometime in July or August. We're still looking at logistics right now, but we'll keep you posted on that. And that will be in person. And then, of course, we have our CAPM and PMP study groups that are held each week. That helps you with your exam prep. And then there's more, more to that. So we'll have some, from when I'm talking with the group, they were going to organize something like a brunch or something to encourage, people to do a study group. So they not just doing virtual, they're gonna probably do like some kind of lunch or brunch, and you can learn more about the study group, and that'll be great to see in person. And then we have mentorship. So mentorship has been a good one with us. I had a chance to mentor a couple members, so that was really good. We are looking for a director of mentorship to carry that on, but previously in the last couple months, I did have a mentees that were was really nice to help them out and give them some guidance. So this is what professional development does, and it's still thriving. We'll keep it together. Our board of directors and leaders are very committed to making sure that all of our roles are filled, and even though it crosses portfolios, it doesn't matter. We're still leaders, and we want to make sure that each portfolio is met with being fulfilled with things for us to do. All right, I'm going to pass this on to Ryan on our future program and advisory committee, which is really great. I'm excited about this.
All right, thank you, Wendy. So the whole concept was from a discussion with Wendy. As we all know, the chapter has been growing a lot over the past couple of years, I would say. And during the COVID, our membership dropped to, I think, the lowest point around November 2020, 2,300. And at this moment, we're slightly above 3,200. So roughly about 33% increase. And heads up, there's one membership coming up, and next year in 2026, and possibly our membership will continue to grow to a significant higher number. We don't know that what number yet, and we just want to prepare with more members coming into our membership pool, and what do we need to do to prepare for that? So with our stronger leadership base and industry and collaboration and also more relationship with academics and we basically want to put together, we call it an advisory committee. That's basically to advise what do we need to do directionally and from a higher level perspective. So the purpose obviously provide objective insights and guidance to our leadership team and support alignment with the PMI Global Next initiative by sharing diverse perspective and expertise, foster innovation approach to leadership and chapter growth, and we will see significant growth next year. Roles and responsibility, we are and still at this moment searching for additional advisors, and roles and responsibility advise on strategic initiatives and leadership development, offer feedback on chapter activities and alignment with global goals, act as an ambassadors for our chapter within the broad project management community. At this moment, obviously, as mentioned, we do have the PMI global support with regional mentors and specialists and contacts and etc. We also have Wendy will be our past president in a couple of months and be an advisor role. And at the same time, at this moment, we only confirm the academic advisor who will give us more broader and opinion and feedback from academic world perspective. How can we get more as the students engaged and prepare for their career or prepare for their certification and etc. With the same time, we're searching more for the corporate advisor to build a relationship with local organizations, and at the same time, and we're searching for the other nonprofit organizations so we can collaborate more in events. The overall benefits and access to experience and professionals for leadership insights and diverse and viewpoints to enhance strategic decisions and strengthen a connection between chapter leadership and member community. If we go to the next slide, then you will see in the visual way what it looks like. Obviously, I mentioned several things here, and our current chapter structure, it looks like the volunteers, aspiring leaders, and board of director, president, leadership council. Then we want to expand that role to a little bit more. And when if you click the next one, it will show more details and what does that mean. And the volunteer basically means all the general volunteers and directors and project leaders get a bubble up and become all aspiring leaders and get more passionate about want to do out the leader role. And as for the past couple of years, and for me as a VP membership, whenever there's a director, I always want to challenge or even project leader challenge and how can we develop more problem solving skills or strategic direction skills and how to coach the team, develop the team. Is what you would use and actually in the work and everyday basis. But however, in the chapter leadership perspective, we also want to develop very similar skills. And when VP and the leadership and president, and the major change and mentioned the leadership council, and so the regional mentors and past president, academic advisor, corporate advisor, and vacation advisor. So this is structure we want to propose. At this moment, it's still the structure we want to formalize for the next couple months and starting to recruit more into the advisor role and obviously leadership role here as well. And the next slides will basically show and what the chapter would focus and for the next couple of years. And primarily the three things we want to focus on: corporate, obviously the biggest one. And one reason we want to build a more relationship with the local organizations. And on the other side, we do feel more and more project manager, including students, are looking for the career or career change or career development. So they're all related to the corporate. Academics, obviously students are a very big part of that. We're very proud we have the first, technically the second student club around the globe, or one of the second student club in Washington State or the region 1, and one of the top 40 student club around the globe. So we're passionate about that. We want to leverage the lessons learned and roll out to other schools and as well. We do have a few candidates, and we just need to continue to get them engaged and roll out the process. At least we learned for the past 6 months, and we know what to do exactly. Obviously, other nonprofit organization is where I want to focus as well, and to build a relationship so we can share events and with the project management. And obviously, there's a broader skills, and we can collaborate with other organization. From the member perspective, and we want to focus on 3 major things. And community, we build a community, project management, networking community, and know each other in person. Obviously, more and more people are asking for more in-person events versus virtual events. And careers, as I mentioned several times, and we hear more and more people, and probably roughly 40% of members ish coming to any networking events or whatever events are related to interested in, at least for the career advancement or even career development, or even looking for a new career. Students, not to mention students, literally probably 95% of students are interested in getting into the next career, from student to career. Okay. And professional development and programs and certifications, as Wendy mentioned, this is very critical as well to advance your skills. There's so many things going on at this moment in the market, and AI is a hot one, obviously. So several past couple of years, and we had a speaker, Oliver, 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago, we brought him in and give us a speech and talk about AI. And for the past couple of years, that AI continue to grow very fast pace, and we want to bring back and give us additional insights and up-to-date ideas, and give us quick and update of what's going on in the market. What can he see from his perspective? And he's in the front runner with all AI with the company. Want to hear those updates. So that's all folded onto the professional development. So at least at this moment, and we believe the member value, we want to categorize into the 3 buckets, and we'll continue to drive more. And you all notice the error going back and forth between the corporate, academic, and the other nonprofit organization, and focus on 3 values, and we'll continue to improve. All right, and Wendy, I think I'll get back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, so that is our portfolio. So now we're gonna open it up, and Kate will help facilitate our group discussion.
So I'd like to start off with how, raise your hand if you are going to the Global PMI Summit in Phoenix in November. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands.
Oh,
Okay.
Except for the 2 that are sitting next to me. Okay.
Oh.
So this year, PMI is going to make a bigger splash. So we will have giveaways that we can give people that will have your QR code. So it goes directly to your LinkedIn. We will be having a Puget Sound team event, and we will be branded with t-shirts or bags or sweatshirts. That's a decision to be made by the people going to the event this year. So think about it. And the early bird special of $18.95 is good until the end of June. So you'll see this come out in our newsletter and with our social media. Yes. Rachel? No. Sorry.
Ruchana, you have a question?
Yes. You had a question?
I think she was raising her hand as that she wants to go.
Great. So, what do you want to talk about? How can we be of better service to you?
I think we explained it very well. No questions.
Yes, Neil.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to really quickly ask about the Global Summit. I'm pretty new to this chapter and also PMI in general, and be taking the PMP next Thursday. But I have some just general questions about that summit. Like, what types of events are there? Why should somebody like me who has been in like program and project management for a little over a decade, what will I get out of this event?
Wendy, I think you had it almost up.
Yeah, I was just gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay. So what you will learn there is you will learn how other people do things and the tips and the tricks on how they are implementing better communication. How can you improve your communication? How can you improve just about everything you do? So it is an opportunity to learn how other people are doing it, and also to impart your knowledge maybe to how you do it. So you are incrementally improving your skills when you go.
That's
Thank
great.
you,
I
Wendy.
appreciate that. Yeah, and so is this like similar to, I'm familiar with, conferences. I have a science background. Is this similar to like a science conference where there will be like keynote speakers and breakout sessions? Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. And on the PMO, definitely, they'll talk about PMOs, AI. I mean, a big diverse of subjects. And I think what I'll look here is program. They do like an overview. Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll check this out. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll put it in our chat. That way people can get to that. Cool.
Thank you.
Good question.
And you get to spend 4 days with the most wonderful chapter in the world.
I mean, sold.
Right.
And we'll buy you dinner.
Yes. So there
Well,
is a dinner and an event that you get invited to.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you.
Yes, it's an awesome networking opportunity. I am still in touch with actually the Phoenix chapter and the Dallas chapter. I actually did a 5K at the end of the Global Summit last year with the Dallas chapter on Venice Beach.
Oh, that was very cool.
You did that before it burned down.
And I'll just say that California beaches are not like Washington State beaches.
Right.
Is this the conference where they provide awards for PMI Rising Leader and Young Genets Award and so on?
Yeah.
Yes, they do give those trophies, not trophies, they give these awards away, yes.
Got it.
And chapter of the year and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I've applied for the Young Rising Leader Award, so if I get selected, I'd love to make it.
Nice, Rishab.
And we were talking to Ryan maybe a week or a couple ago. We could target to become one of the best chapters maybe next time this comes around.
Yes.
Yeah, we talk about this, and Rishad, the background, we talked about this a couple of years ago as well. And I think it's a good time to bring this up one more time. and we can analyze together where's our gaps are, then we can put the plan together.
That'll be awesome to work towards.
And the chapter of the year, which was the LA chapter last year, said that they'd be willing to help us fill out the paperwork in the correct manner.
That seems
That's
like a
nice.
taunt to me.
You
Thank
can
you.
say it one more time?
Oh, I was just saying that seems like a taunt to me. I only need to do it now.
Are you talking about registration or the old chapter award?
He was talking about the LA group
Yeah.
telling we'll teach you to do the application in the right way is more a taunt than an offer of support.
Oh, they're very, yeah, you'll be, I was surprised by how supportive the other chapters are.
Yep. Yeah, we're in good hands. Even if we do the student club, then I talked to the Columbian Basin chapter multiple times and get additional insights. That's why we're so confident and we can get it. It's just a matter of time. Push through the process, but we can get it.
So what Rashab was talking about, we PMI Global. So, you know, we're Puget Sound. We're here up in the Pacific Northwest, but PMI Global is huge, and we have all the, you know, the different. There's like chapter awards. There's, you know, up and coming leaders type awards. So yeah, this page will help you kind of see more about, you know, PMI. I know that we can do better on telling you how to navigate, which that's probably going to be one of my workshops that I'll want to do, is how to navigate, how to use PMI website, because there's so much to see, and there's so many benefits that PMI Global gives you. But yeah, take a look. There's like Chapter of the Year award. You get grants, you know, for your projects that you do, and recognition. Okay.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to talk about before we adjourn?
I guess one thing I'd like to add is applying for those awards that they put out there was an incredibly tasking process. And if someone wants to apply for those, I can help them out next time around.
Oh, I bet. How many pages, or did you have to write like write a story? What did you have to
For
do
the
actually?
Young Rising Leaders Award, they actually made me do a 10-minute video talking about my project.
Ah, wonderful. Okay.
And then they wanted some letter of recommendations from people that worked on the project or people who have worked with me.
Yeah.
But there are different formats for different awards. I applied to one other, but yeah, it took me a while, a month and a half.
Whoa. You deserve to win just for doing that.
I agree.
Fingers crossed. We'll hope for the best.
Great.
Thank you, Kit.
Looks like Ibrahim, you have your hand up.
Yes.
Yes.
How can we be of assistance?
No, I just want to say congratulations to Ryan. So yes.
Here, man.
Okay.
I love to do it.
Okay.
That's so cool.
That is not what I thought would happen, but okay, I'm down for that.
Well, what did you do? I want to do that. How do
I
you
went
do
to
that?
react and then send with effect.
Okay. Can I do that too? Let's see. React. Oh, wait.
For those of us who are Teams people,
I know.
this is just amazing what all they have in this Zoom session.
I don't use Zoom often, only when we do these meetings, but there's so much, I can't even get to it.
Is there anything else? Because the witching hour has come and it is now 7:30. If nothing, I return the mic to Wendy.
Yay, okay.
Wendy is still figuring out. Oh, she figured it out. Great.
Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone to be here. And again, we are here to serve you. We are very passionate leaders and volunteers, and we are volunteers. We don't get paid. So we want to keep our community thriving, and please reach out to us. I know there's always moving parts, which is fine. We're agile, right? So there's always going to be moving parts. There's always going to be moving people. But you know what's consistent is that PMI is here for us, and we're part of that membership. So, but yeah, that's what I wanted to leave with you, and thank you for being our members. And we hope to see you in person soon.
Agreed.
All right.
And
Bye.
thank you, everyone. Looking
Bye,
forward
everyone.
person.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everyone.
And
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Have a
you,
good night.
everyone. Bye. Good night.